I just want to say that being here with you guys tonight, this is just such a great turnout. It's really,
Sorry.
it's really better than anything I expected. So thank you so much for just like exceeding my expectations and for coming out tonight to support me, Cascade Beagle Rescue, and all of the beagles still out there waiting for their forever home. 3 years ago, two friends and I turned 40 together. One of them beat cancer and proceeded to complete an Ironman, and the other one won an Emmy for her award for her work at CBS. And when they asked me what I did to turn 40, I was like, my partner and I adopted this beagle. Yeah, it really didn't seem quite up to snuff. But adopt a beagle we did, a little 7-year-old named Emmy. She's on these shirts. She had a bad back, warts, chronic ear infections, polyps, and like most beagles, a wee bit of a weight problem. I think within the first 3 months of having her, we were at Dub Lewis like 5 times, and we had our vet on speed dial because we had no idea what we'd gotten into. But there was something really special about Emmy. Despite her many medical issues, being adopted and returned to rescue from multiple families, and living in rescue for 6 months without a home of her own, she really kept her spirit, and she kept her point of view, and just stayed hopeful that the life that she wanted was out there waiting for her. And like so many dogs in similar situations, waiting for their next home, or waiting for the next act of kindness, or some stroke of luck to find them, Emmy remained willing to take whatever chance came her way for the things she wanted most in this world, a family to boss around. And she did get it. But I think that's something really important to remember, just kind of this willingness to continue to take chances and to remain hopeful and optimistic for the things that we want most in this life, because they do happen. In time, Emmy grew healthier and bossier. My friend completed a 2nd and 3rd Ironman, and my partner did something really huge too. Upon learning that beagles are the #1 breed used in animal testing and experimentation, she changed all of the products and supplies in our home to cruelty-free ones, which was really no small undertaking. And me, what did I do? I turned 41. So I knew that there had to be something more, right? That something epic surely awaited. One legendary thing that I could truly be proud of and remember for the rest of my life. But what? Have you guys felt this too? Kind of this yearning to do something gigantic, but having no idea what?
Wait till you turn 70.
Yeah. I think you're going to talk next. Yeah, or this reflex to growing older, or being around amazing people doing really amazing things like completing multiple Ironmans and winning Emmys. They can be a little intimidating. But I found that intimidation has a positive side too. It has a side that we can draw inspiration from to be like the people that we admire most, and to challenge ourselves to be like those people. And just being around amazing people like you guys tonight is really awesome. You kind of make just an ordinary person like me want to pick up a backpack and hike 450 miles across the world. I'm not an athlete, and I don't do things like this. So really, it's thanks to people like you guys that I kind of looked around my life, found something that I like, and decided to take it to the next level. But what if I fail? Or what if I can't do this? Or what I think would be the worst, what if I let people down? I think these are the questions that haunt so many of us in our quest for the epic, and probably what prevents us from doing our own fabulous thing. But that's when I think about my Ironman friend, or Cascade Beagle Rescue, working tirelessly for these dogs with no guarantee of the outcome, yet they don't let that stop them. Instead, they take the chance that's given to them and they run with it. And I think that's what this hike is about for me. I've kind of been given this chance to find out what's inside of me, to find out what I'm made of when I have to hike 15 to 20 miles a day through the blistering sun or pouring rain or monotonous scenery. Oregon is kind of known as the Green Tunnel on the Pacific Crest Trail because it doesn't really have the open vistas or sweeping views that the John Muir Trail has, or even places in Washington. I want to know if I can handle that. Can I keep my sense of humor when I'm eating dehydrated mashed potatoes for the 15th time in a row? And can I remain gracious in the midst of fatigue and pain? What's inside of me? I've just been given this chance to find out, and I just want to know if I have what it takes to set out to do what I've hoped to do. I have a story to share with you about a dog that fell on Cascade Beagle Rescue's doorstep a few years ago. A little 4-year-old named Betty. She was found running wild in rural Indiana. And when Cascade Beagle Rescue finally caught her, they realized that she was completely blind and terrified, but she did wag her tail just a little bit, again, remaining hopeful for the things she wanted, or that this was going to be her chance. Cascade Beagle Rescue knew that they had a special dog on their hands, and so they took Betty to one of the top eye specialists in the country in hopes that he could do something to reverse her blindness. So he examined her and came back with really great news. Yes, he said, I definitely can perform a surgery that I think will restore Betty's eyesight. Everyone was so happy, and although there were no guarantees, Cascade Beagle Rescue couldn't say no, because again, you take the chance that's given. So the surgery was completed at a cost of more than $6,000, which for a rescue organization like Cascade Beagle Rescue, that's a lot of money. But it was a success. Betty could see for 2 weeks. And then the complications started and more surgeries were needed. And ultimately, both of Betty's eyes had to be removed, leaving her blind once again. But Cascade Beagle Rescue said, despite every penny, it was worth it to us. And it was worth it to Betty, who for 2 weeks could see the faces of the people who loved her most, her foster family. And when all the surgeries were finally completed, Betty was returned to her foster family, but she was no longer up for adoption, because her foster family realized they loved her so much that they had to adopt her. These days, Betty is still blind, but she's living the good life in upstate New York, and no one will ever forget the chance that they took on this little blind beagle who for 2 weeks got to see all the goodness that there is in the world. And these are the dogs, the stories, the people, where's Amy, who make Cascade Beagle Rescue a rescue worth supporting. And it's why I'm going to hike 450 miles for them this summer in their name. These beagles that we're here raising money for tonight have been challenged and intimidated by life, whether they're already in Cascade Beagle Rescue's care or on their way. And they've had to find ways to kind of protect themselves as they wait for a better day. So thank you, all of you, for coming out tonight and supporting Cascade Beagle Rescue and giving these dogs the chance that they so very much deserve. Yeah.
Are we going to be able to follow your journey?
Yeah, beaglenoses.com. I'm hoping to be able to put a blog, a photo blog up maybe. Great. I don't know, we'll see. Depends on the service that's out there.
Yeah.
But actually those postcards, I'm going to hopefully pre-stamp them and then send some back to Cascade Beagle Rescue, and maybe they can put some things up too.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So does anybody else have any questions? I know sometimes people like to know what's in my pack, what I'm going to eat, or if anybody's done a long distance hike. I've already talked to some people that have some tips. I appreciate that.
What route are you taking?
Pacific Crest Trail from the Oregon, California border north to the Bridge of the Gods.
Wow.
Do you have to pack everything, all your garbage and everything out with you?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I'm hoping to find people on the trail that maybe will be willing to take that. I don't know. And then when we have resupply stops, like every maybe 3 to 6 days, kind of depending where we are on the trail, and then we can clean out our packs too. Yeah. But yeah, I'm hoping that people will be willing to do that or take the postcards that I want to mail. But we'll see.
Are you going by yourself?
Nope, I'm going to go with my 27-year-old cousin. Yeah, I'll pack her with the garbage.
Is she an experienced hiker too?
No, she's actually not, but she does have a lot of cred because she did a backpacking trip in Denali National Park, so I figure that just gets her something. And she's 27.
And she's 27.
We will be we're hoping to host an event at the end when Lisa gets to the Bridge of the Gods. So you can stay tuned to our website and our Facebook page. We're hoping that we can coordinate beagles or non-beagles as well, dogs and their humans to welcome her home
That would be
after
really fun.
5 weeks on the trail. So we will be working on planning that, and hopefully we can make that happen. So stay tuned so that we can support her in that way as well.
When are you starting?
July 28th. What's the weight of your pack? I'm hoping to keep it at about, well, I would love to see it like at 24. So base weight, so if you don't know, that means without food, water, or fuel. So I'd like to see it at 24, but I have a feeling it'll be at maybe 28. What was yours for the JMT?
About that.
24 or 28? Or
28.
28, yeah.
Yeah,
You felt okay with that?
Like 45. It was
Oh,
no, it was
yeah.
fully.
And you had to carry your food the whole way, right?
No, we did one recently.
Oh, one resupply, okay. So what was your pack with your, like, all loaded down?
45, 47.
Yeah.
No, it's fine, actually. I feel like
45 pounds.
What's the
All right, anybody else? All right, thank you.
Good luck.